Everyone, I'm Shannon and welcome to our introduction and inspiration video for the February 2025 Hero Studio release. In this video, I will cover all 6 subscription options: the card kit of the month, the fancy dies of the month, the clear set plus dies of the month, the cling of the month, the layering stencils of the month, and the whole studio, all 5 subscriptions in one. Now let's start by taking a closer look at the February card kit of the month. This month's kit includes a 6x8 Tulip Heroscape stamp set, 7 Heroscape coordinating dies, a 4x6 Messages Clear stamp set, 5 coordinating dies for the Messages stamp set, 4 word fancy dies with frame cuts, the Circling Clouds cling stamp, and 4 ink cubes in Thistle, Azalea, Moss, and Blue Raspberry. First up is this 6x8 Tulip Heroscape clear stamp set. The 4 layering stamps in this stamp set build a beautiful and dimensional tulip scene. The Tulip Heroscape comes with 7 coordinating dies that not only cut out the layered tulips, but also cut out the images and the 2 large sentiments included in the stamp set. Create colorful spring cards with layered flowers and detailed butterflies, or double up the tulip scene to create a stunning floral frame. Also included in this card kit is a 4x6 message stamp set. This stamp set also has coordinating dies that die cut out the images as well as the large sentiments in the set. The stamps and dies for this message set work wonderfully with the other items included in the kit or can be used all on their own. Next up, we have 4 word fancy dies with frame cuts. Use the frame cuts to cut a shadow layer, then place your word die cut on top for a dramatic sentiment. Get creative and use the word dies for bold backgrounds, or combine with the eclipse technique for beautiful and unique cards. Next up, we have the Circling Clouds cling stamp. Use this 6x6 red rubber cling to create bold and unique skies for your backgrounds. Last and certainly not least, there are 4 ink cubes also included in this kit. The colors included are Thistle, Moss, Azalea, and Blue Raspberry. Layer these 4 inks together with the Tulip Heroscape stamp set to create vibrant spring scenes. Now that we looked at the entire contents of our February card kit of the month, let's move on to our other subscription options, our monthly minis. Starting off with our first monthly mini, the February Fancy Dies of the Month. This month's Fancy Die of the Month is the Flower in Pots die set. This die set includes dies to create your own potted spring garden. There are several dies to create different types of pots and planters. And of course, there are dies for the leaves and stems, as well as several dies to create a variety of different florals. All the florals have an additional layer element, whether it be a flower center, more petals, or a stem. These additional die cut layers add a lot more interest and depth to your flowers. Make these die cuts look even more realistic by adding details with markers or use ink blending to add shading. Our next monthly mini is the Clear Set Plus Dies of the Month. The February Clear Set Plus Dies of the Month is the Lovely Flowers set. This fun and pretty spring bulb flower themed set includes 7 image stamps as well as 5 sentiment stamps. Color these images with your favorite coloring medium to create a beautiful focal point, or stamp multiple times to create a fun background. Next up, we have our Cling Stamp of the Month. Our February Cling of the Month is this beautiful burlap stamp. This creates a beautiful textured background, great for a multitude of themes. Use the stamp to add a little subtle texture and interest behind your focal points, or make it the star of your show with mixed media techniques. And our last monthly mini is the Layering Stencils of the Month. This month's layering stencils is the Daffodil set. This 4-piece layering stencil set has registration marks and each stencil is clearly labeled. Use this set to easily build beautiful dimensional looking daffodils. These flowers make a beautiful focal point. Simply add your sentiment and then you're done. And also don't forget about textured mediums. Combine the stencils with Hero Paste or Hero Wax to add texture and shine to your project. Now that completes our look at the 4 monthly minis. Let's move on to our final subscription option, the Whole Studio. The Whole Studio includes all 5 of the monthly subscriptions and 1 glorious and discounted buy. To review, here's all that's included in the February Whole Studio. The entire February card kit of the month, which we covered at the beginning of this video. The February Fancy Die of the Month, Flowers in Pots, the February Clear Set Plus Dives of the month, Lovely Flowers, the February Cling of the month, Burlap, and the February Layering Stencils of the month, Daffodils. And that completes our closer look at the February Card Kit of the month, the 4 monthly minis, and the February whole studio. Be sure to check out our blog up today celebrating this incredible release packed with even more inspiration from the creative team and special guests. You can find that inspiration as well as pick up your February Hero Studio products at heroarts.com. Thank you so much for spending time with us today.